most complimented. That is what this video is going to be about. This is not going to be a video of what you think should be most complimented. This is not what you think should be in this list. This is what I've personally worn that I've gotten the most compliments from. So people, don't get butthurt when you see this video. It's just my opinion. Stay tuned. Welcome back, y'all. For those of you who are new to this channel, my name is Keith, and this is The Fragrant Life. And if you are not a subscriber to this channel, then please, by all means, go back, look at some more of my other videos. If my content speaks to you in any kind of way, then definitely hit that subscribe button. There's an icon bell that's going to open up in the corner. You're going to tap that button. It's going to open up, hit all, which should be the first option. So you get all content uploaded by me through this channel, whether it's a video, whether it's a top 10, whether it's anything fragrance related, you'll get it. Secondly, we want you to be active in the comment section. Also, we want you to hit the thumbs up button, like the videos, and we also need you to share these videos. Share these videos with as many people as you can think of that is interested or are interested in fragrances, especially men's fragrances. On occasion, I may do a woman's fragrance, but it just depends. But with that being said, thank you for staying. So this isn't going to be a long list. I only have 3 fragrances that's going to fall into this category. And I chose to do this because most complimented fragrances, a lot of people choose the normal everyday stuff. They're going to go with Bleu de Chanel. They're going to go with Sauvage. They're going to go with, maybe a Armani or, something like that. One of those most, mass appealing, crowd pleasing type fragrances. And I don't really do a lot of that here. I have plenty of those fragrances, but I actually have to be honest with myself. For one, I got a little something. I have to be honest with myself. And yes, I have gotten compliments with other fragrances, but these 3 fragrances in particular, I have gotten a whole plethora of compliments. Like in one specific day, I've worn one of these fragrances and I got compliments all day long. Now, whether it had something to do with my personality, my aura, whatever you want to call it, I got a whole hell of a lot of compliments with just these 3 fragrances. Take it for what it's worth. If you like the video, cool. If you don't, I understand. Not everything is going to be for everybody. So let's get to it. Now, I'm going to stay true to my guns. And my number 1 fragrance is going to stay my number 1 fragrance until something knocks it off. And these 2 fragrances are actually knocking on that door to knock off my number 1. Let's get started. So the first fragrance I want to talk about in the number 3 spot is one that I've worn to the hospital when I used to work there. And I remember telling this story several times. So a co-worker and I was coming through, I think it was the either SICU or CCU unit. And I had this specific fragrance on, and he also had a fragrance on too. And I think the one he wore was Invictus, because he wore that every damn day. But I had this scent on, and 2 either CNAs or nurses come running out the door behind us. And I was up ahead of him. I was almost in the middle of the crossover. And they stopped him and it was like, which one of y'all is smelling so good? Which one of y'all is smelling like that? And he was like, oh, that's him. So they come up to me and it was like, anytime you want to come through here smelling like that, you can. That was the craziest compliment I got. First of all, for that particular day. Now, the rest of the day wasn't that extreme, but I did get compliments all day long while wearing this fragrance from the house of Bulgari. And this is Bulgari Aqua Marine. And I'm pretty sure everybody knows this specific line by now. This is the one with the raindrop or bubble or whatever you want to call it. People cry and complain about not being able to store this in their collection. I have no issue with it. I just laid all 4 of mine down in a row, and it has its own row. But this is a very nice aquatic, watery, smells fantastic, perfect for spring and summer. I will say that if you have somebody who works around you, do not spray a lot of this on. Maybe go 1 or 2 sprays in an office environment. I did 7 sprays. As y'all know, I'm AKA Mr. 7 Spray all day, baby. And, you know, I love this fragrance. Very fantastic fragrance. I actually had a smaller bottle of this up until I ran into this 100 ml size bottle. And I picked this one up, and I think I sold or gave away my other one. So with that being said, at the number 3 spot, Bulgari Aqua Pour Homme Marine. And I know it's kind of hard to see, my ring light is glaring. Now, I could have easily thrown this at number 1, but my number 1 fragrance is one I've talked about plenty of times, and y'all gonna see in a minute. Most of you may already know because I mention it all the time. But at the number 2 spot, I got a decant of this specific fragrance. And the decant that I may still have that decant if I didn't give it away, but I think I still have it. When I wore that fragrance and got my nose on it, I absolutely loved that scent. And it was one of the best smelling fragrances I had smelled in a long time, especially with me just getting into the fragrance game when I did. And somebody was gracious enough to actually buy this for me and gift it to me. And it's from the house of Dua. And I know when you hear the word Dua, some people's eyes gonna roll back in the top of their head and, oh my God, Dua, and Dua charges this, and you get 30 ml for $178,000 and all this kind of stuff. Well, whatever the case may be, I like the house of Dua. Dua has very strong, long-lasting fragrances, beastly, beast mode, as most people say, and I enjoy it thoroughly. And this is Extrait de Parfum, and this is Casino Royal Nights. Out of all, like 3, 4, or 5 Dua fragrances that I have, this is the only one that I lean towards the most. Now, I still wear my decant, henceforth. You see the juice level on this. I haven't worn it much, and wearing this specific fragrance in the spring and summer is not really plausible, but I'm a little bit off up here, so I wear fragrances whenever. But I think 1 or 2 sprays of this would suffice inside an office setting. Now, wearing fragrances to the hospital is technically a no-no, but excuse me, I did wear this to the hospital one day, and as I was walking down the hallway going towards, I think I was either going to lunch or I was going to check out this lady's office because I used to clean carpet also. And I mean, walking down the hallway, I could hear the chatter. Oh my God, he smells so nice. Who is that smelling so good like that walking down this hallway? Like, the noise was there. People were talking. And then the young lady who I was cleaning her carpet, she smelled me and she was like, what is that you're wearing? She said, out of all the fragrances that I've tried to get my husband, this is the only one that I like, and it doesn't cause my head to hurt or have me sneezing. So I gave her the name of the fragrance and the company that it came from, and whether she ordered it or not, I don't know. I didn't follow up, but great smelling fragrance. Is fantastic. It is sweet, almost syrupy sweet, but I love it. It just is what it is with me. Even if I was to run out of this fragrance, I would definitely order another bottle of this. I don't care what other people think about Dua. I don't care what other people have to say about Dua. This is a solid company for me. This is a solid fragrance for me, and it does what it do for me. So it is what it is. And now at the number 1 spot, I'm pretty sure a lot of you are already guessing or already knowing in your mind what I'm about to say. I've talked about this fragrance since I first found it and started doing reviews. This fragrance got me plenty of compliments. It is one of the cheaper fragrances on this list of 3, or the cheapest, I should say. Liz Claiborne stuck her foot or stuck something in this batch whenever she made it, because Bora Bora is the fragrance at my number 1 spot, and this cost me maybe, I think it was like $9.99 at Ross when I found this, or something like that. Very inexpensive for this big size bottle. What is this? 3.4 100 ml bottle. I don't know what's in this. It smells tropical. It's fresh. It's fruity. And women love this fragrance on me. I can't speak for anybody else. I know there are some people, when I first started talking about this fragrance, they went out and bought it. And a lot of people commented back and said that I was right. Now, of course, there are going to be some people who said I was wrong. They didn't like it. It didn't last. This and that. And I get that. Body chemistry, skin, your skin, you know, whatever the case may be, the climate they might have worn it in, it just may not mesh well with them. Whatever the case may be, for me, this is a compliment getter. There was a young lady who worked at the senior care center right behind the hospital, and every time I used to go over there, she always complimented me on this fragrance. And I wore this to the hospital, obviously, and compliments all day long. This is non-offensive, not as strong as the other 2, I will admit that, but I got plenty of compliments while wearing this fragrance, and this has to be one of my most complimented fragrances. So with that being said, Bora Bora. Now, I know a lot of people are probably not gonna like this list, and that's fine. I get it. Y'all have certain fragrances that y'all like to hype up all the time and talk about, and you always want to see the same fragrances in these lists over and over and over. I get it. And maybe some of these reviewers just like to be able to get the views, you know, from showing these same popular, mass appealing, crowd pleasing type fragrances over and over and over. But I don't do that over here. I may mention those fragrances here and there. They may make a list or 2, but I stay true to my guns. I can't sit here and lie to anybody and say that, you know, I wore Chanel Platinum Egoist and I got buku compliments. We're in trying times right now. Everybody's wearing masks. So a lot of these fragrances that I have now, I've worn and I haven't gotten compliments because everybody's wearing masks. They can't smell you anyway. So with that being said, maybe when or if we ever get back to normal, and we can start not wearing masks and I can start wearing some of these fragrances and you know, maybe start getting more compliments, maybe this list will change. But as of now, these 3 fragrances are my top 3 most complimented fragrances. So hopefully you enjoy this list. With that being said, once again, remember to subscribe to my channel, like the video, share the videos, comment in the comment section. I am out of here, y'all. Here is to smelling great. Peace, y'all.